Yep. Good evening, everyone. So last session we started discussing about React events. In React events, we learned about few basics like what is event and what is event handler, right? And event arguments, how we define event arguments, and what is synthetic events, right? So what are synthetic events? These are some basic things we discuss. Several more are there, means event related. We will learn what are asked in frequent interviews about events. About events, so many questions are asked in React interviews. At experience and fresher level, I will let you know about them. But for that, first we need to finish the event handlers, how to handle them. Okay. What are the various other events we have? So other events, synthetic events categories. We learned about mouse events. We discussed some events categories are there. Keyboard events, right? So we have button events, various categories are there. Touch events, element state events, so many types of events are there. We will see how to handle these events. I will not discuss all events because all are same JavaScript. Some basic important events, one example I will give. All JavaScript events you can implement here, same way. Here I will give you some example of few events which are regularly used, right? And if you learn JavaScript and all events in JavaScript are exactly same here. So some changes in event arguments, which we are going to see how to work with them. Okay. So first today we will see, have we touched any events? Examples we haven't started. So we will start first with mouse events. What are the various mouse events and how to handle them? Mouse events we have like on mouse over, like on mouse out, on mouse down, and like on mouse up, and like on mouse move. This all comes under mouse events. What is the purpose of mouse events? Mouse events defines what actions to perform when mouse pointer is over the element. It is out the element. It is holding down the button and mouse is moving. All such interactions you can manage by using this. Let's see one simple example. One category, one example I will give. Mouse events, key events, so that you can easily handle them. Let's see how to work with this. So in the mouse events, first, right. Let's start. NPM start. Okay. Now, in the mouse events, these are the events. And what are event arguments? Most commonly used event arguments, we have client X, we have client Y, we have like, so the position like client X and client Y, and we have key, shift key, CTRL key, so alt key. So we have key code, char code. These are all related to events. Event related, so many properties are present. But with mouse, we mostly use not these. With mouse, which one we use regularly? Client X and client Y. They are used to get the position of mouse along x-axis, y-axis, where the mouse position is there, we can get by using these. Others also we can use, but mostly used event properties, event arguments. These are, one is client X, another one client Y. Let's see one example with that. So I will, this is the default we are having. Let's see one example here. First thing, I will create a new simple container. Yeah. And here we are defining, this is event demo. I'm just adding one image. I have an image. In this image, let me keep some banners in public folder. Already some images are present. You see DM, JPG, DS, like this we have some. Or I will copy some images here. Yeah, let's copy some images, slide 1, 2, 3, something. Okay, these are images we are having, slide 1, PNG files are there. Okay, let's add here a simple PNG file. So SRC, this SRC is public. This is slide 1.png. That is the image we are having. It's a large image. Class name I will give as W100. It will fit like this. This is the image we are having. Now what should happen is, when I move the mouse onto image, that image should change. We want to change the image on mouse over, right? So we can do that. That means I am just keeping a paragraph. So move mouse over image, that is just sentence I am giving. When user moves the mouse over image, that image should change. Then how do we do that? How we can handle that situation? So what we have to do, we need to just keep, what is it? On mouse over, that is the event. On mouse over, so here I will give handle over. Okay, and we have on mouse out, means when the mouse pointer is outside, so then handle out. Okay, let's write those two functions here. So function handle over and another function handle out. We have these two functions, handle over and handle out. Now what should happen here? On hover, we need to change this source. We need to change the source. So we will create a state. So we will create a configure. So slide, and we will put set slide. Okay, and is equal to use state. It is a string type. In string by default, which one it is having? Slide 1.png. That is the file it is having. This slide I will keep here. That means dynamically SRC coming from where? Coming from slide. SRC is coming from slide. That means that is working fine. That is working fine. So it is coming from this location. On hover, what we have to do? Set slide. We need to just change. What is it? Slide 2 dot what? PNG. And on out, what we have to do? Set slide. What is it? Slide one dot png. We need to change the slides. We need to change the slides when mouse is over and mouse is out. Now you can see when I move the mouse onto it, it should change the image. On mouse over, it will display one image. On mouse out, it will display another. We can change on mouse over and out. This is typically done by using mouse over and mouse out, right? These are simple events, mouse over and mouse out. We can handle the same when mouse down and mouse up. Down means when user hold down the button. Up means when user releases the button. On release and up, we can control. So on mouse over, mouse out. So you can try like this. Instead of over and out, I am giving down and I am giving up. I am giving up. That means now what you have to do, move the mouse onto it, nothing happening. Hold down the mouse button. Press hold down the mouse button, it will change. Release the button, it will be normal until you hold down one image and release another image. This you can control by using down and up. We can have mouse over or we can have mouse out, mouse up, mouse down, anything you can do. So what are the options here? When mouse pointer is over, when mouse pointer is out, when you hold down the button and when you release the button. Move indicates when you are moving the mouse pointer. We can control a lot of animations also. Animation means, let's see. First, I will give one example here, like we can put some animation. Let's copy this. I will put one example here, event demo.component.js. This is one example. Let's clean this. Let's see another one. Suppose I am using here, I am using some marquee. I am using marquee. Let's keep a heading like mouse events. Inside marquee, I am defining some image source, src. We have some images like asp.png, and we will keep some width 100 and height 100. Okay. Same, I am copying another image here. So ASP, some DM, some DS, something like this. Now what we are doing here, so the marquee is defined. Now for marquee, I am giving scroll amount is equal to some 10. That is nothing but the speed of marquee. You can see some images are scrolling here, right? So what is that? JPG, all are JPG files. Okay, these are all JPG files. Now what should happen is when mouse is moved, class name, margin and 2. I will put some gap between every image. It will be like this. Now when I move the mouse onto it, it should stop. How? You might have learned in JavaScript. Marquee is an element which is having sliding animation. And if you want to stop that marquee and start the marquee, usually this marquee is having methods called start and stop. You can control the marquee methods. So these methods belong to which one? So these methods belong to marquee. Marquee element contains these methods called start and stop. How to access these start and stop methods of marquee? That is the concept here. That is the point here. That means when mouse over the marquee on mouse over, when mouse is over, so we will say like stop marquee. Okay. And on mouse is out, what should happen? Start marquee. So we need start marquee. Start marquee. These two functions we need to write. Stop marquee, start marquee. So we write the function here. One is start marquee. Another function here, stop marquee. These are the options. Now, this marquee have a method called start and stop. How to access object related properties and methods? This object related properties we need to access. Then we need a synthetic event. Am I right? We need a synthetic event. So I will just give as E. Now that synthetic event will have the option E dot target. We have E dot target. Target refers to the element. This target have stop. Stop is a method. E dot target dot stop. Stop is a method. This stop method actually belongs to this marquee. That stop method belongs to that marquee. It belongs to that marquee. We are accessing with reference of E. With reference of E. So with reference of E target stop, we are accessing marquee stop. And again on this is start, na? Right, start. On stop marquee, we have to use E dot target dot what? Stop. This is defined here, E. Error, so we need to configure. Now you can see here, when I move the mouse onto it, it should stop, but it is not stopping. Here it is working. I am moving on image. Here I am moving on marquee, it will stop. That means when I move the mouse pointer into the marquee, then it will stop the marquee. And I move outside, then it will be again normal. So when I move out, then again it will be normal. So we can control that by you, because this is the marquee area. You move the mouse anywhere in the marquee area, it will stop. And you again resume, it will be normal. That you can control by using these methods, start and stop. This is just to understand how do we access the element related methods. Element related methods. What is the element? Marquee. How to access its methods? By using event argument. Event argument will have target. By using target, we can access. Right. This is another simple example how we can define this. This is event demo dot component dot JS. In this example, I just given marquee. How to control by using marquee. This is a mouse related events. Mouse over, mouse out, mouse down, mouse up. So mouse move indicates what action to perform when continuously mouse is moving. That means when mouse is moving continuously, what action to perform, that you can manage by using mouse move. Let's see. Another example, I will show you how to handle this mouse move, right? So now let's do one thing here. I will create a div. This div will have a style height as some 1000 pixel. 1000 pixel. Style height as 1000 pixel. We will keep in a block. Okay. 1000 pixel. That is the height of this particular container. Below this, I am giving an image. I'll just keep an image, some src, some flag.gif. Okay. So width of this is 50 and height also 50. I just given the width and height for this. Now let's put one image here. So here I am copying some image. This flag, some GIF file, flag GIF file is there. This is our image. Yep. So images. Okay, I have an image flag. I will copy this and keep it here. This is flag. Okay. It is a GIF file actually. We kept that flag GIF file. Now you can see this is the screen, and here I will give some text as move mouse pointer to test. Okay, you can see this is move mouse pointer to test. Actually, scroll down at the bottom, there is an image here. There is a GIF file at the bottom. I kept this GIF file at the bottom. Whenever page opens, it is not displayed. So the div is having lot of height. Whenever page opens, it will not display. Now, when I move the mouse, what should happen is when I am moving the mouse, I need to get the position of that mouse. That means I need to know x-axis where it is. I need to know y-axis where it is. And what I have to do is I need to bring this image. That means we need to put that image. This image position I have to keep here. That means what we have to do, get the position of pointer and apply the position of pointer to image. Now what will happen when mouse is moving? When mouse is moving, then automatically what will happen? Image will be moving along with the pointer. That means mouse pointer position we will apply to image position. How to apply? To change the position of this image, you need dynamic styles. We learned style binding and class binding. How to apply dynamically inline styles we discussed. So see what we are doing now. For this, we are creating, let's remove these two. For that, I'm configuring a constant. We are defining a constant state. Here we are defining. So style object. Okay. And set style object. This style object is having use state. It is an object. This object have some properties. What are the properties I can apply here? I am applying position. Position is empty. I am applying some top. Top is also empty. I am applying some left. Left is also empty. Three attributes we need in that object. So one is position, another one is top, another one is left. Now what should happen is whenever we are moving the mouse, where you are moving the mouse, anywhere on this div, parent div. Here I will write on mouse move, that is the event. On mouse move, get position. Okay, we will write a function called write a function get position. What this get position will do is it will get the event arguments. Through that, it can get X position, Y position of mouse, and it should be applied here. What is it? Set style object. It is an object. In this object, what are the properties we are having? One property is position. Position I will give as fixed. And another one I will give top. Top is nothing but E dot target dot client Y. Client Y means Y-axis position. Mouse Y-axis position we are accessing and applying to top. And we are defining, so left is E dot target dot client X. X-axis position is applied to left. So style object, this style object we need to apply to this image. So image uses a style. The style is coming from where? Style object. That is coming from style object. So now you can see initially it is the position here. It should update that position there. When we are moving the mouse, it should update the position and display. Now, how it is updating the position here, some issue is there. Let's check console. So when I am moving the mouse, on mouse move, what is it? Get position, this X position, Y position, actually it will use PX plus PX. PX is pixels, because along X-axis, Y-axis, number is not enough. We need to give pixels. Now, when I give pixels, this must be state position. Let's collect this console.log E dot target dot client X. It is undefined. Undefined value is coming. Mouse move position is same. Acha, it is not target. Why? Because it is not object related property. Client X, client Y are client X and client Y are not object related properties. These are event related properties. Understood? These are event related properties. So you don't need a target. What you have to do? E dot what? Client X and E dot client Y. Because they are not object related properties. They are related to event. Event related properties you can directly access. Object related properties you need target. Okay, now that is fine. Now when I move this, you can see the image is moving along with the pointer. That means where the mouse pointer is present, image also present in the same location. That means the image position is updated along with the pointer position. What is the logic behind this? We are accessing the position of mouse and we are applying that position to image. And what is the event? Mouse move. That means whenever user is moving the mouse, the X and Y axis are updated and they are applied to image. That means now what is the logic behind this? It will get the X position of mouse and it will get Y position of mouse. It will apply that X and Y position to this particular image. And what happens whenever the mouse pointer is moving, that position is updated. That means how to access this position? E dot what? Client X. So how to access this position? E dot what? Client Y. Client Y. And where to apply this? So we need to set position. How we can keep position? position must be absolute or fixed. What is the meaning of fixed position? The meaning of fixed position is remove the element from the flow. After removing the element from the flow, you can keep anywhere you want along X, Y. That is defined by using left, by using right, or by using top, or by using bottom. We have to define that. Currently, we are using, so X-axis position we applied to left. Y-axis position we applied to top. Applied to top. Then automatically this position is configured to this image. And when you move the mouse pointer, automatically image will be changing its position. This is done by using mouse events. This is a simple example of mouse event. So here we are accessing the event argument and we are applying. Remember, client X, client Y are not related to div. They are related to what? Mouse. These are event properties. So we have to access directly event dot client X and event dot client Y. These are the options. This is another example for mouse. So this is another example. This is for mouse move, how we can handle. Right. I will give you one small task you try. Based on this, I will give you a small task you try. What you have to do is just we need one small option. You can use a clip arts, different images clip arts. You can use different image clip arts and you can try. What is the clip art is nothing but suppose you take a photo like this. You can Google. Let's say I will give as a shirt clip art. So you can see these are shirt clip arts. Right? We have different shirt clip arts available here. Now, what is the concept? Let's take any clip art. Any clip art I will take here. Let's take a plain clip art. This is, I will save this in our project folder. So this is a shirt. Okay, and it is saved in my desktop first. So this is shirt. Now what you need to do is you put different colors for this. That means here we can put different colors. Suppose I'm adding that into this project location. Yeah, so let's put that shirt here. Okay, this is a JPG file. And I am applying that here. Let's clean up this. Now I am defining, so here some shirt, some t-shirt, something like this. And here we have an image and the image source is shirt.jpg. This is the image. Where is this one? Get position, remove. Okay, fine. Now we have an image here. So width is some 100 and height also some 100. This is the width and height of that image. Now what I want here is this is the image width and height. Now I want you to keep a simple color panel below. You put a simple color panel below. That means I'm creating a div. In this, I will keep a span. So this is some red. This is span some green. And this is span some blue. So this is red, green, blue, something we have. So I will put class margin and 2. Okay, some gap. For example, this is the span. You can use a span or a button or anything. I will give style. Style background color. So we have to keep background color as so red and color as white. Okay, like this we define. That is the background color. We are adding some padding also 4. 4 is too much, 2. Okay, it is like this. Now this div I will keep class name margin top 3. Let's shift down. Okay. Now what you need here is others also you need to define in the same way. Let's copy the background color is green. And here, so the background color is blue. Blue. Like this I defined, and let's add padding to everywhere. Now, what is the concept? When I move the mouse onto green, it should turn to green. Can you try that? Actually, this clip art, we need 3 colors. The image should change, right? So because this is a clip art, so the image should change. On mouse over, different images must come. In general websites, you will see these mouse over things so many. Right, in shopping sites and all, mouse over things will be many. Now, how do you handle this? Any guess? First, you need to get the value of the color when mouse is over. That is the first thing you have to do. And according to that, you need to change the clip arts. Actually, same clip art, you have to take different. I will open that here. This is in our project eDriver. Shopping React. Okay, in that we have public, in that shut. Okay, this is the image we are having. Now leave it like this. We have another file, save as JPG file only. We will save as green shirt. Okay, green shirt. So that is green shirt. And here we will fill the color with green. Right, so I will fill that color with green, just roughly. Actually, you will have different. That means depending on which clip art you have selected. Okay, I will save this. And I will go another, save as JPG. This is a red shirt. And for red shirt, you have another image color. And you have another save as JPG. We have blue shirt. So, and blue shirt, I have some blue image like this. Now save all these images. Now, how do we control that? That means for these spans, you have to write, what is it? So on mouse over, am I right? On mouse over. So change color, that is the option. Similarly, on mouse over, change color, all are using same. Then how do we know which one? How do we know which one is red, which one is green? All are using same function, am I right? That means we have a function. What is it? Change color. Then what we can do is for every span, we can give an ID. This is red. We can give an ID. This is green. This is ID. This is what? Blue. Now what we can do here, we can access that here. How do we access? I will use here a simple constant, and constant is having set shirt. We say shirt, okay, and set shut. Okay. And it is use state. It is an image. Image means we have shut dot what? JPG. That is the default shut we are applying to this image. So image source is coming from where? Shut. Now what we have to do is, here we need to just put a simple logic. What is it? I will write a switch. Into the switch we will use E. E, what is it? E dot what? Target. Target dot ID. We are accessing that element ID. On mouse over, on which location you have that element ID? Case. If the case is red, what should happen? What we have to do? Set shut. What is it? Red shut dot JPG. And we have a break. Now I am using the same here. That means if it is green, I am giving green shut. Right? And if it is blue, I am using blue shut. So we are defining the blue shut like this. And this is applied when mouse is over. That means when mouse is over, that red will apply. When mouse is over, green will apply, blue will apply. The image color is changing when mouse is over. That is generally how we can apply. Actually, when mouse is over, we can apply here. I will put a cursor. Cursor is what? Grab is the cursor. I will add this grab cursor extra. For every span, I am adding that grab cursor. That is nothing but hand symbol will come. When mouse is over, it will show the hand symbol and it will display those colors. This is how we can control mouse over. Right? You can put a color picker to select. You can just move the mouse over and display. So this is all done by using mouse events. Now, as I already showed you this, then you do another task. Okay, this is mouse over color change. Okay, this is the same. Now you try another one. Then you do one thing. You try to design this screen of Flipkart. Suppose when I open Flipkart and I selected some products, I choose any product. The product detail will come like this. Now you try to design this one. You see, you try to design this screen. In this screen, what happens? Left side thumbnails are present. When mouse is over, this will change. Understood? When mouse is over, it is changing. When mouse is over, it is changing. Right? So you can have like this. When mouse is over, the image is changing. What do you say? Can you try this? So just what you have to do, you have to create thumbnails left side, right side, the large view. Right? When mouse is over, same picture, you take the original size. And when mouse is over, here you put 50 pixels small. When mouse is over, the same image should come here. Right? This you must able to try. Right? We'll see. Right? Otherwise, I will show you in the class next session. If you can, if you can't, it's easy. You can easily handle that. These are mouse over interactions. That means if you ask, where do I see these mouse overs and all? These are all mouse overs on. That means it will not wait until you click. It will just change when you move the mouse onto it. These are mouse related interactions. You try to design this. right? Just like I changed these colors. Actually, here also I am doing the same work. I am not changing color here. I am changing the image. So the same thing you have to do, right? So that is one related to mouse change. You try that concept. These are all mouse related events, right? How do we use mouse events? Where do you use the mouse events and work with them, right? Next important, we have keyboard events. Keyboard events are very popular. Some already we use. That means they indicate what action to perform when user is keying in the characters. For that we have on, key up, we have like on, key down, and we have like on, key press. These are keyboard related events. And what are the most commonly used event arcs? Event arguments, event related properties we use like key code, like char code, like which, like shift key, like control key, like alt key, all these we use. These are all arguments mostly used with keys events. For example, when user is typing some password and accidentally capital letter entered, then it should show warning, caps lock on. That means how do you verify whether capital letter entered or not? So we have to get the code of the character. We have to verify is that code belong to capital letter, and we need to put a warning. These are all done by using keyboard. While typing, if you want to verify, then you have to do a lot of things. For example, one example I will give how to use keyboard events. Later we can have some API data. Let's see one design here. So keyboard events. Let's say here to work with the keyboard events. Yeah. To work with keyboard events, I'm giving a simple data list, data term, some user ID, and we have text box. Input type is equal to text. Okay. And whenever user is typing some user ID, I need to verify and check that user ID is not already taken. If it is already taken, then some error message should come. If not taken, then it should say available. I want to change the message and display the message here. Display the message there. That means when user is typing user ID, I need to verify is that ID available or already taken. Generally, we verify from our database. Currently, we don't have any database. Let's create so a constant users, and this users is having use state, and it is having an array, and in this array of objects we have user ID. So one user ID is some John. So another, this is one object, another object, another user ID. So user ID is some John underscore NIT, or say John 1, 2. Okay, another user ID. I'm writing like David. So another, yeah, user ID. User ID is some David. Like this, we defined something. Now, what should happen here is when user is typing, I need to verify whether that user ID is among this existing, and I need to display some message. I need to verify for every character. For every character when they type, I have to verify. Then I will use here the event called the event on key up. On key up, we will say verify user ID. Okay. We will write a function here. So function is, so verify user ID. Here, I hope you already learned in JavaScript. Suppose what is difference between key up, key down and key press? For example, if I type something like this, like John, how many keys pressed? 3. Only 3 keys pressed. Because N is not finished. That means only 3 keys pressed. When you finish N means space, then N is finished. Then it will say 4. So how many keys pressed? 3. How many keys up? 4. That means 4 keys up, but 4 keys only, 3 keys only pressed. Key press indicates that the key is finished and another key came. That means when the key is finished, when another key is pressed. So you need to write whether you need to verify immediately after key up or you need to verify after key is pressed. We cannot do key press for this example. Why? Because it is verified after you finish the key. It should verify before I finish the key. That means immediately when key up, it should verify. I will show you the problem. Okay, see. So what is difference between key up, key down? Key up immediately fires when key is released. Key press will fire when the key is released and another key is in. Another key is in. What is difference is key up cannot get the codes. Key up cannot get the codes. That means it cannot get the correct code of key. Every key have a code. If you are dealing with key codes, so then you have to write on key press, because after the key is finished, then only the key code is recognized. So as a developer, if you are writing some logic that depends on key code, then you have to use key press. It is not related to key code. It is just related to what characters you are typing. Then better you can go with key up or key down. I will show you the problem here. See. Now what we have to do is we need to verify. When user is typing, we have to verify. First we have, how do we verify whether the user is taken or not? What is the collection name? Collection name is users. In that, what is the property? User ID. It should match with whatever the user ID you are typing. How to collect the user ID typed inside the text box? By using E. What we will do now, we will write a for loop for where user of collection. What is the collection name? Users. So we are reading every user from users. Every user have a user ID. We are writing that here. If user dot user ID is matching with E dot target dot value, that means with the value of text box, that means user is available. User is existing. If user exists, the value you typed is matching with user ID. If it is matching, that user exists. If not matching, then user is not there. Then we need to display a message. So we will put a constant msg set msg is equal to use state. It is an empty message. What is the message I need to set? Set message should be, the message should be user name taken. Try another. This message should come. Username taken, try another. Else, if it is not matching with the user ID, that means it is available. So set message should be username available. Available. This message should display. This is what we are doing, and we are verifying on, and where that message should come in this definition. What we have to do? We have to put a message, MSG. Like now here, and one more important, after displaying try again, try another, we should break. We should stop. We should not allow to continue, right? That is the important. Now, when I am typing here, user ID, I click there, I type username available. I'm entering some John, then it says taken. Try another. I entered John 1, that is available. John 1, 2, 1, 2 is taken. John 1, 2, 3 is available. We can change that. Now, let's do one thing. Let's write the same here based on which event, not key up. I'm using key press. I'm using key press event, on key press event. And you see now, when I'm using on key press here, let's verify. I am typing, it says available. I am entering John, it says still available. But John is already taken. Why it is showing available? Because N is not finished. When N is finished, when I finish that N, means put a space or type another character, I put a space, then it is that's not good. Because these are leading spaces. We cannot use these leading spaces. Then what is the best option for this? Key up or key down, not key press, right? You need to verify that. So what is the best event for this? Key press is not good for this. What is best for this? Key up. That is good for it, right? And of course, you know, suppose if I want to change the color of this message, if username is available, then it should show green color. If username is not available, then it should show red color. Then how? We need to apply classes. You can apply class or you can apply styles. We can define classes or styles. For example, you see here I am giving, so here I am giving another constant as valid class, so error class, right? Error class. And what it is? Set error class. So use state, it is a string type. It is a string type. If it is invalid, that means username is taken, set error class as text danger. Okay. If it is available, then what we have to do? Set error class. What is that error class? Text success. These are bootstrap classes. And this error class must be applied to this diff. So class name is coming from, what is it? Error class reference. That means we learned already class binding, how to bind a CSS class, style binding, class binding. That means now what happens here? I am typing, it should say green color. So if I say John, then it should say red color. John 1, it is available. John 1, 2, it is taken. I am typing some David. So Dave, this is available. David, it is taken. David 1, it is available. This is immediately verifying when user is typing the characters. For that, we need which event. So we need to define the events key up and key down. Key down. So I will give an example here. So we will define here an example that is same event demo dot component dot JS. This is related to key events. Okay, this is the example. Let me copy this example. This is the key event. For example, let's add one more option here. When we need key press them. When we need key press, when you are dealing with key codes, if you are dealing with key codes, then you have to use it. That means what we will do here is, here I am writing another option, data term. Here we will keep the option like password. And data definition, here input type is equal to password. Okay, now what is the condition here is when user types the password, data definition, we have a span class. So this is BI exclamation triangle. I think we have triangle something. Exclamation triangle is there. Okay. I will give that exclamation triangle and say warning. So caps on, right? This is the message we are giving, and let's put that message and the class text warning. That is the message we are displaying, warning caps on. But this message should come when user types a capital letter. When user types a capital letter, it should show that warning. Otherwise, it should hide that message. How you will hide the message? We will do one thing. So we will create another constant. This is so hide. So toggle. This is toggle, set toggle. Okay. So use state. Use state. We will keep this toggle as what? Hide. Right. So this is none. We will use this none. So none, or we will just keep the style. Yeah. Display. Object. It is a object. Display as what? None. Currently, let's keep empty. Yeah. Okay. Or by default, we will keep as none. None means it is not displayed. I will keep this to this style. Style we have to apply toggle. Display none means it is hidden. It is not there. When to display that? When user is typing some capital letter. If any capital letter is entered, it should show. Then how do we verify? We have to verify on key press. Now key up is not good. Why key up is not good? Because key up cannot get the code of characters. Code of character you can get only after the key is finished. You cannot get if when immediately when key is released. Then we have to write on key press verify password. Okay. And let's write a function here. So in the function verify password, I need to get the key code, which key code they entered. And we will just write a condition here. So we will put if e dot key code. E dot key code means that text box related event arguments, they have a key code. But unfortunately, key code is key code, character code. They are not suitable for every operating system keyboard style. That is the reason we use which, because which is suitable for all keyboards, because you have different keyboards. Windows keyboards are different, Mac keyboards are different, keyboards are different, key layouts are different. That's the reason key code, char codes, they will get the code, but they are not suitable for all device. So better we use which returns which key they pressed, that code. If e dot which is greater than or equal to 65 and e dot which is less than or equal to 90, that means capital letter is on. Then what we will do? Set toggle. Set toggle object. We will keep display. Display as display. We will put as block. Display 65 to 90 means it is capital letter. Then we will put display block. Otherwise, set toggle. We will keep display. Display as what? None. That is how we need to do. Display block means show. Display none means hide. If the code of character you typed is between 65 to 90, that means it is capital letter. Then you will display that message. Now you see, while typing the password here, I am typing, it's fine. Suddenly a capital letter entered, it shows warning. It shows the warning. I removed and typing again, it will be normal. That means if any capital letter entered inside that. So it is normal. Just for your understanding sake, temporarily, I will change the type as what? Text. But its type must be password. I am typing some heck here and accidentally some capital letter entered, it will show warning. And if removed, and it will be normal. Capital letter entered, it will show warning. And it will be normal. This we can do by using key code. Actually, it should be what? Password only. It should be password. This is related to keys. Some interactions are related to key up, key down. Some interactions are related to key codes. And what is the best way to verify the key code? By using which? Actually, in JavaScript, we do key code, character codes also. But unfortunately, all operating system keyboard layouts don't support key code and character code. So we use which is suitable for all types of layouts. Generally, in real-time projects, developers will write all. That means they will not satisfy with one. What they do, this is one condition. They will write another condition. What is another condition? E dot key code is greater than or equal to how much? 65. And E dot what? Key code less than or equal to how much? 90. They will write one more condition. One more condition is char code. Key code, char code, which all will return key codes. But why they write like this so many times? Because we are not sure which keyboard they are using. Because Mac keyboards, Android, iOS, different layouts will be there. And some keys cannot be recognized. Then that's the reason best option is to use which for that. That is the condition how you configure and use it. This is just example to understand that key code. This is another example. So key code, char code, or you can use what? Which. This is the example for that. These are all related to keyboard events. Keyboard events. We have two categories. One is related to mouse. Another one is related to keyboard. Right? How we can handle the keyboard events. Next important other events. So we have button events. I hope you know button events. What we have? On click is an event. On DBL click is double click. So we have on context menu. On context menu is right click. If you want to define any actions on click, on double click, and on context menu, you can use these button events. So on click is single click, double click is 2 times, and context menu means right click, right? I hope no need to explain. You can try those examples because already I showed you click event in many. Later, some more examples we will see how to handle those events. Next event, element state events. Element state events, I hope you know. We have on blur. We use the on blur. We have like on focus. I will show one example how we can handle on blur, on focus. Another one is on change. This comes under element state events, or we have like on select. So we have like on select start. All these comes under element state events. That means while selecting, while dragging the selection, what actions to perform that you can manage by using this. We can try some events. So, and some options on blur, focus, and change. Some example. You can try this example. Suppose if you have learned, so you can create such HDFC bank calculators you can design. Suppose you see there is a personal loan calculator. This is a personal loan calculator of HDFC bank. And here, when I am changing the slider, automatically it is changing the value here. This is what change event. When I am changing here, it is changing the value here. And I am changing here, it is changing the value here. and I click this button, it will calculate the interest amount, how much they need to pay every month. For this, actually, we need some formula, some calculation in the background and achieve this type of functionality, right? If you already people in JavaScript can try this. And if you can do this in React, that's very good, right? I will give you some hints related to this, how we can handle some situations. But final design you have to do. I will give you some hints related to this. What is the formula, how the concept is used in the background. Then you can implement this type of functionality, right? We will try to create such EMI calculator with our React. That we'll see tomorrow, right? I will give you some hints related to this. Then based on that, you can finish this. You can design it by yourself. But I will give you some options how to handle. Here you have change and you have click. And you need to know some more mathematical formulas, how the formulas are written in the background for this, right? That we will try to implement in the next session, right? Tomorrow we'll do, right? In tomorrow's session, we will try to design this EMI calculator. Okay. Then we will have a good real-time example with what events we have learned. Some more events are there, touch events and others. For that, some examples we will take. Tomorrow we'll see, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, you try that. So I given Flipkart example, na? I showed you. Try that by tomorrow, right?